Today I'm going to show you how to get started selling digital downloads on Etsy so you can make a full-time income passively. Hey, welcome to Passively Ever After. I'm Cassie and I love showing people how to make passive income through many different ways. Selling digital products is one of my favorite ways to make passive income because I just make the product one time and put it on Etsy or Shopify or wherever, and it sells no matter what I'm doing. So I can be sleeping many times. I wake up and I have sales that I've made overnight, which is really awesome when you are sleeping and you can make money. A lot of people say that, like, make money while you sleep, all this, like, gimmicky stuff, but it really is true. And it's so awesome when it happens. So the first thing you need to do is find a winning product idea. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So the thing I recommend is starting with a basic idea of what you want to make. So for instance, I make a lot of things for kids on my blog. So I'm going to start out with something for kids. I think I would like to make some flashcards. If you don't know where to get started, you can always type in printable and see what comes up. That's a good place to start, or you could put in digital, or you can put in instant download and see what comes up. So those things that come up in this drop down are a good place to start with some ideas maybe. So I'm going to do flashcards. So you can see here, there's all kinds of options here. So flashcards for GoodNotes, flashcards template, flashcards printable, alphabet. So I'm going to go with alphabet, I think, and we'll see what comes up here. So just take a look at what the products are. This first row is usually the ads. So I don't really pay attention to those because those are paying to be there. But these are the top results that Etsy is pushing out in the algorithm. So that means people are probably buying them and they're good sellers. So this one's just basic letters that are different colors in upper and lowercase. And then this one has upper and lowercase with a picture that goes with it. This one has the letters bigger with a little small image and the word. These have the word too. And then here, the letters and the images are kind of about the same size. And then the word is smaller underneath. So I can figure out what I want to do. If I want to do like some images, if I want to do just the letters or whatever. So now I want to go over to eRank and I want to see how the keywords look for this. So I'm going to go to tools right here, and then I'm going to go to keyword tool. That's just the one that I like to use. And then I'm going to type in alphabet flashcards. So you can see here the searches aren't huge, but they're not terrible either. And then the average clicks are about medium, and the click-through rate is high, and the competition is high. So I would like to see more searches than this on most things, but this is definitely one. If it's going to be something that you can make quickly, I would still pursue this one. And then as you come down here, this cloud is going to show you different options of words that you can use in your listing. ABC flashcards. Now you can look into these and see what people are looking for when they're searching for this. So like this one says bright alphabet. So that would be good if you use bright colors. Then vintage is another one. Animal. So use those when you're designing, because then you can know that people are actually looking for these specific things, preschool. So I think the alphabet ones are for preschool, but dinosaur is another one. And then we come down here and they're even more. And it shows you how many Google searches. Now, you might think Google searches are not important, but I will tell you, one of my Etsy products gets a ton of traffic from the ads that they run on Google. So I do have to pay an extra fee for that referral, but it's so worth it because I probably make 30 or more percent of my sales from those ads. So you can get more inspiration down here. So now I'm going to go over to Canva now that I kind of have an idea of what I want to design. And then I'm going to go to create design and I'm going to go to US letter document. So this is just going to be like a standard size piece of paper. So if you want, you can design your own flashcards from scratch, or if you want to use like a pre-designed template, go to this design tab right here on Canva and then type in flashcards. So you can see there are some here with just an outline and words and a picture. So I'm going to use one of these just because when you use these templates like this, you need to change them up. So these are words and probably pictures that I'm not going to use. So I can just use the actual shape of the flashcard and I can change everything else. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these images. So don't use what's already on the flashcards or else you're going to get in trouble with Canva because you can't use these pre-made designs to sell. I may still use this font. I'm going to see. So I'm going to type in a capital A and a lowercase a next to each other. And then I'm going to make those bigger and then put them up here at the top. I think I'll make it even bigger. And then I'm going to come over here to elements and I'll search for something that starts with an A. So I guess the obvious choice is apple, so I'll start there. I would get a little more creative than this. So this one's cute. Let's see. So if they have the little crown next to them, they're pro elements. So if you have a free Canva account, you will not be able to use those. This one looks like it's a free one. So I'm going to put this one right here and size it down so that it fits. So then you would just do that with each one, go through the whole alphabet, and that's a simple and easy way that you can make these flashcards. So I'm going to say that I've changed all of this here and I'm ready to save. So I'm going to go to share, and this has multiple pages here, so you can go through all of it. You can, if you need to if you need to make another page, just hit this duplicate page on any of them and it'll bring up another copy of that. So I'm going to go to share and then download. And because this is going to be a printable, I want to choose PDF print. So I'm going to choose that. I want to flatten my PDF because that's how I can secure all the images and everything from anyone altering it or reselling my parts of my design. And I want to do all pages. You can just do individual pages if you want. You just need to unmark that and then you can choose the pages. I'm going to do all, done, and then download. Now the other thing that I'm going to do is make these into images. I want to watermark my image. So I'm just going to type in some text. You can do this with your logo as well if you want. But for the sake of this, I'm just going to do my business name. And then I'm going to make this bigger. And I'm going to change the text because that's the text that's on the thing. I'm just going to do whatever. You can use whatever font you want for this. So because it doesn't cover the whole picture, I'm actually going to make more than one copy, but I want to turn down the transparency. So I'm going to go right here and then just turn it down to about 10. And then I'll make a duplicate of that so I can put it down here too, so that everything's covered with my logo. And I would do that on each image. So you can do Control C and that'll copy it, and then Control V will paste it down here. So do that on all of the images, and then I'm going to save these as PNG files. So we're already on PNG, and I want to do all 7 of the images. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to create our images to put in our listing, and we're going to create a listing video for Etsy. So now I'm going to go back to my Canva home page, and I'm going to do a custom size. I like to do my images 2500 pixels by 2000 pixels. Now when you save multiple PNG or JPEG images from Canva, it's going to save as a zip file on your computer. So I'm going to go in and extract all of those from that zip file so that I can upload them back into Canva. So now I'm going to go to Uploads and Upload Files. And here's my images right here. So I'm going to select all of these. So in the meantime, while those are uploading, I'm going to grab a background that I want to use. So I usually like to use like wood or something pretty plain. You could even do a white background if you want to. I'm going to choose this one because it's really light. So then I'm going to go over here. So I'll start out with an image of all of them in one. So I'm going to get each page. So I'm just clicking all of them. I'm going to lock my background so it doesn't move on me. And then I'm going to just select all of these so that I can size them all down to the same size at once. And then just click off of it and it will let you grab them individually then. So just kind of turn them however you think they look nice. Okay, and so you can see the edges aren't very clear on here. So what I'm going to do is add a shadow to it. So I'm going to select one of them, go to Edit Image, and then go to Shadows. And so you can either do a drop shadow, which is going to be like this, just on 2 sides, or you can do glow, whichever you would like. Both of those will look good for this. So I'm going to choose drop shadow for this one. And apply. So I'm going to need to go through and do that for all of them. And then I want to make sure that people know this is going to be a printable file. So I'm going to add, for this one, I'll just do like a square and I'll put it at the top here. And I'll make it red, I think. So you can type text right into here if you want to, or you can add text over it. So then that one's all set. So now what I'll do is I'll duplicate this, and you can do each page individually if you want to. So you can make, I'm just going to do a few for the sake of this video, but you could do a page for each one, or you could put like a couple on each page. I think that's what we'll do here. So I'm going to get rid of these ones to the right, and I'll keep the ones to the left. That way I can keep track. So I'm going to select both of them together so I can make them both the same size. Okay, so now I'm gonna save this in two ways. I'm gonna save it as images for my listing. So I'll start there. So I'm gonna do download, PNG. This will be the same as how we saved the other PNGs. So I want all pages and then download. And then we're also gonna save this as a video so that our listing has a video that pops up in the search results. So I'm going to go to animate and choose the animation that I like. This is the one I usually use, but you can go through the different ones and see what you like. So breathe and then apply to all pages. And then I'm going to set the time here. So I want 3 seconds, which is what it's on right now. And I want to apply that to all 4 pages. So then I end up with 12 seconds right here. And if you want to see an example of your video, you can just click that button and it'll take you to a preview. So say download, it's already on MP4 video, all pages, and then download. So now I'm on Etsy. I'm going to go to add a listing. So I need to add my images, but they're in the zip file. So I need to extract them from that first. So I'm going to extract all of those. And then I'm going to click add photo and then find the right folder here. So there it is. And then I'm just going to select all of them and open, and they'll start uploading. Okay, and my video is not quite downloaded from Canva yet, so I'm going to go ahead and start on the rest of my listing. So for the title, I'm going to use the words that I found on eRank. So alphabet flashcards was one of my keywords from eRank and from Etsy. So I'm going to actually type that in, but I also want to make sure that I say that it's a printable. So I'm going to say printable alphabet flashcards. And then I could say ABC flashcards. Now I did see that it was, there were separate, so flash cards like that. So you can be sure to put that. You can put commas or whatever in, or you can just make this like an ongoing sentence. I would add bright if they're bright. So bright preschool flashcards. I think I would just say preschool flashcards for toddlers. I don't want to make this go on too long, but just use those words from eRank and from Etsy that you found. I want to get on with the listing here, but make sure you fill in. You still have 54 more letters that you can use. So go ahead and fill that whole thing in. So you want to say who made it, what is it, finished product, when did you make it? So you could say 20 to 23. And then type in flashcards here in the category and see what comes up. I think I'll go with the learning and school. And then you can choose a primary color. Mine are mostly white with other colors. So no occasion or holiday. Don't put an occasion or holiday unless it directly applies to the product. You don't want to put, you know, that it's for like Christmas if it's not a Christmas item. And so then you can do automatic or manual renewal. This is a digital product. And then we want to write a description using the words here in the description. Okay, so that's just a quick little thing. I didn't add all the keywords. Make sure you put in all of your keywords down here. So like I could say the preschool classroom. Okay, so then you also want to add in like instructions for how they can download anything that they need to know, like the size of the flashcards individually, what size of paper they print out on, all that good stuff. Make sure you type all of that stuff into your description. Then we don't have a production partner because we're making it ourselves. And then you can add sections here. This is my placemat and table runner shop, so this doesn't really fit into any of those, but you can choose a section if you want to, and then you want to put in your tags. So any of the keywords that you used previously in the title and any additional ones. So printable alphabet was one that came up on eRank. Let's see, cards. So printable alphabet, ABC, flashcards, alphabet, flashcards. You get the idea. Put all of your tags in, then you set your price. So for this, I would do like $3 maybe. Set the quantity. I would just set this to the highest that they'll let you, which is 999. Then that way you don't have to worry about it since it's a digital file. There's not going to be any personalization, so I leave that off. And then here we upload our PDF file that we saved. So I'm going to downloads, and this is the file. And so it's just going to take a minute to upload. Now I'm going to go up and add my video now that my video is on my computer from. So just grab that from your downloads, and then you're going to want to put your images how you want them. So if you want this with all the pages as your main image, you can do that. If you need to adjust it, like zoom in or out, well, if you need to zoom in, you can do that here. Mine, I don't think really needs to be zoomed in, but we can do a little bit here. So just zoom it in so that people can see better. Just make sure that all the important stuff is showing. Okay, and then save. Another thing I would do is once I have this listing up, I would just make a copy of it, and then I would put some of these more like up close images as my main image. So I would put this here. Then that way, you never know what people are going to be attracted to when they're shopping on Etsy. So if you have different listings with different images and different titles and things like that, it makes it more likely that your product's going to sell. So let's go down here and see. So my PDF has uploaded, and then I don't do returns or exchanges, so that's turned off. Okay, so now you can see my video here has uploaded. I can click to play it so I can see what it's going to look like. And then the whole listing is done now, so I can click publish right here. I hope this has been an awesome starter guide to help you get your first listing up on Etsy for your digital product. I hope this helps you make tons of money in the future. If you've gotten value from this video, please subscribe and hit the like button. It really helps me out on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.